MLB The Show 26 is here, and we are back in doing another series in the show. Now, unlike before where we created college teams, essentially what we did for this one is we moved Oakland A's to Las Vegas. I did change them from the Las Vegas Athletics, although I think that's what they are going to be, to the Las Vegas Gamblers, just to make it a little bit more interesting, to say the least. Now, this is going to be, they're not really a rebuild. They're kind of a middle-of-the-road kind of team. So, real quick, just welcome back to the channel for those of y'all returning, and welcome, if you are new here, to Champ & Sons. But the A's have always been kind of an interesting team, right? They're not a team that's super down and out, but they're not that team that's really at that point where they're going to be able to make a run. And what I mean by that is, if you look at what happened last season, they were able to actually lead the AL West for at least a little bit, and then the Mariners and Astros caught up to them. Essentially, they ran out of gas. They had a pretty good year going, and then they ran out of gas. So we're looking to build upon that and get them over the top now that they're going to be moving to Vegas actually in real life next year, but we're doing it now. And so to do that, we got to take a look at what we have on our roster. Now, Luis Severino is going to be our starting pitcher, our number one guy. Zach Littell, I did pick him up out of free agency in the spring season. So to get back into the game, I did start playing. I played some of the stuff during the spring training, and just to get back into the feel of a baseball game and so forth, because it has been a couple years since I've hit this one up, but definitely just felt the need to this year. So first, like I said, we need to look at what are the pieces that we have now, right? So like I said, Luis Severino, our number one guy, he's got the placement, he's got the speed, he's got everything that we truly do need out of our number one pitcher. If you look at the rest of our starting pitchers, it's kind of slim pickings. I mean, we got some decent talent, but the problem is they're not so much developable. When you got guys who are 33 years old, 34, 35 years old, I want to start being able to get in guys that are younger. So we are going to have to look at our younger talent. Luis Morales is going to be one of those guys. He is pretty young. He's only 23 years old. He's a rookie. He's going to be someone that I think we can do something with. Right now, I'm going to have him in as a reliever, so we're going to get him started up in that way to get him introduced a little bit instead of throwing him into the fire. Jack Perkins is another young talent that we have. B potential, or extremely early in his career. Good velocity, good movement. He's someone that I think we can develop around. And that's what I want to do, is try to create a team that's going to be successful for years. Maybe they don't win the World Series every season, but they have the capability to compete. That's going to be the biggest factor. And seeing some of the guys that we do have on our starting roster was a little disconcerting, to say the least, right? One of them, as you see here, is Joey Estes. He's 24, so he's very young for a starting pitcher, but he's someone that I think, we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to move him down to AAA at least to see what he does there. Jamie Arnold, another rookie that we got. He's in our single A place right now, but he is a B potential, and I don't know if I'm going to have him as a starter. So looking at his two quirks, performs better when the team is behind, and someone like that I think is more of a reliever, because you don't want to go put the guy in, get behind, and then have him step up. If we are behind and you got to pull your pitcher early, that's the kind of guy you want to bring in at that point. Now, one thing I know where we are going to struggle on is going to be our relief pitching. All right, our bullpen is going to be rough. If you look at the ratings, our highest one is overall is a 73, but they are all pretty much incredibly old dudes. All our younger guys are about mid-50s overall with a C or D potential. Now, we will keep a watch on them as we go through this series, because someone may end up standing out. They may just start out as a C potential, but they play well enough, and you see them kind of develop into what they could be. So that's going to be kind of an issue we will have to watch. Same thing with our closing pitcher. Our guy's 29 years old, 69 overall, and a C potential. Maybe if we put him in the proper situations and he starts to get enough actual saves, we might be able to make something happen with him, but I doubt it. So we are going to have to definitely look at that in the scouting realm. Now, as far as fielders go, our catcher, lead guy is Shea Langoliers. He is injured right now. He did break his forearm in spring training, so he's on the injured list. He's going to be out for another couple weeks, but Austin Wynns is stepping in to take the helm. Wynns does have a really good bat. He's horrifically slow, though. So I can't expect very many extra base hits from him. Now, so at first base, we are going to have Nick Kurtz, a youngster. This is where I think the A's have done a good job. Before we got him over to Vegas, and they're now the Gamblers. This is where I think they've done a good job in building some of these positional realms. First base is a good one. Brennan Malone is our guy that's down in AAA, but he's got, it's only a C potential, but if you take a look, he's got some decent speed. His fielding is what is top notch, but even his contact, being so young and being so new, his contact, I think, for left-handers and right-handers will pick up. It's his first year there, so he's going to have a lot of development. I think he's going to come along pretty quick. Brennan Malone, and then Brett Harris. He's 27. He's 62 overall. He's a C potential. He's getting to my cutoff point on where I'm going to stick with him. So we'll see how things go. Now at second base, Jeff McNeil and Zach Geloff, or Geloff, however you want to pronounce it, are our two second basemen on our major league roster. And that's just because if you look at their talent, 74, 71 respectively, and McNeil does have a B potential. He is on the older side. I think it said he's 33. So he is on the older side, but he's got good fielding, and his contact is great. His vision is top notch. His power is a little lacking, just because his power against left-handed pitching is pretty low. His speed, I wish it was a little bit better, but I think he'll be okay. Zach Geloff, or Geloff, however you pronounce it, he's someone who is coming along. He's not the youngest guy in the world, but he's definitely coming along. And looking at his speed, he's got the capability to steal bases, so get extra bases off, basic single. He's got some decent contact against right-handed pitching, not so much against left, which is kind of odd to see someone like that struggle in that realm. But it'll be interesting to see them split time. Now, at third base, Max Muncy is going to be our guy, drafted last year. He's got good contact already, good power. His fielding does need a little bit of work, and his arm strength is good. Accuracy, it's a little bit of a struggle, and I do the meter accuracy throw. So generally most of the throws that are bad, that's all on me and not the player in the game. It's the player behind the controller. As my mom would say, it's the nut behind the wheel, not the car. So Muncy will probably be taking a majority of the third base reps. Jacob Wilson, 23 years old, 83 overall, B potential, shortstop. This is a kid who's going to be a leader for this team. We've got some good short youngsters and shortstop. These are guys that we can build around. And if I have to, Jacob Wilson, he's our guy. If I have to, you can use some of the other guys that have this kind of talent developing up and use them on the trade block to see if we can't pick somebody up that maybe, just maybe, fits within that realm of another position that we might need, or a reliever, or so forth. We might be able to get what we need. But look at Wilson. Look at the batting that he's got. 92 contact. Vision and clutch hitting are both at 99. His arm strength is good. His speed's a little slower than what I want, but I can sacrifice the speed for what else? What he can do on getting the hits and on the field. Now his backup, Darrell Hernandez. I mean, he's got the speed. You're talking pinch runner, pinch hitter. He's got decent contact, really good vision, and his fielding capability. There is, you hate seeing him not have the capability to go right, which is essentially going to be towards the third base line. But I think he's got some potential there. We'll just have to develop that part of his fielding game. Into the outfield, Tyler Soderstrom. He's younger, 78 overall, so we've got time, and I think he's got capability to develop as well. Denzel Clark, 25, 70 overall, and a B potential. What you got to love about someone like Clark is that speed. Now, he doesn't have the contact of, say, a leadoff hitter, right? But he does have speed, so if you can get him on, that dude can haul ass around those bases. And then if you look at his fielding capability, because he has so much speed, he can cover a wide range of that field. So being in center field, allowing him to stretch things both ways and to get to balls that might get down, allows him to get to them a little bit quicker. Now going into right field, Brent Rooker. He is going to be our starting right fielder. He is 31. He's an 86 overall with an A potential. So he is a little bit older. Now, we do have some other guys underneath him that are younger that have got a lot of potential to be brought up. So Rooker is going to be our main guy, but we're probably going to be splitting some time. And I think in the real world, someone like him would be using to really help develop some of the young talent like Lawrence Butler. He's 25. He's a 77 overall. But look at he's got good fielding. His contact could use a little bit better, but he's got good fielding, good power. Arm strength is great. It's not great, but it's decent enough. He can steal, so he knows how to read a pitcher. His speed isn't the greatest, but he does know how to read a pitcher, which allows him to get that jump on the leadoff. And really take a single, what would be a single, and make it a double after the first pitch of the next at bat. So we've got an interesting roster in that sense, and I think they are somewhat built up to be able to grow. It's just we got to put in some of the other right pieces to get over the top and get to where we need to be. Now, looking at our general manager goals, these are pretty basic, and I think it's kind of been this way for the most part with MLB The Show. Get 10 consecutive wins 10 series and so forth, and you have your postseason, your game stats, and I don't know why 20 runs in a single game, strike out 20 batters in a single game. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be pretty rough, but obviously I think it obviously can be done because it's there. The main goal is finish over 500 is one of our biggest things for this season, and really then also really to just make the playoffs. Just get us there. Just make the playoffs with us. Now, something to keep in mind is going to be our budget as we go through, which is why we're going to have to work with trades. We're going to have to be careful with who we got coming up in free agency. Little network here, but who we got coming up in free agency, arbitration. Luckily, we have a decent number of them, but it's not anything I'm totally worried about. A lot of these guys are our AAA kind of guys. But as far as our majors, our MLB players, we've got a decent number of them that are going to be free agents next year, so we'll take a look at re-signing those guys if we can or extending them out. But overall, I think we're fine financially. It's just whether or not we can put everything together is what it's going to be. So here we are looking at our lineup right now. Rooker, Kurt, Soderstrom, Butler, McNeil, Wilson, Geloff, Muncy, and Wins. That will be the batting order here for the opening day game. Now we're going to do this series a little, I guess I would say a little different for me, but probably pretty normal with how MLB The Show series go for the most part, is we're going to do a lot of simulating. We're going to play out some moments throughout the simulation. We're going to let our team do what it does and kind of see where we are and where we need development as it goes along. We will every now and then play some big full games, but not every episode. It'll be here or there. We're going to play full games like we are here for this opening day one. It is opening day. It's the reason why I just really wanted to kind of show this one off, because you'll see kind of what we can do and the true potential that we do have as a team. So this is going to be an interesting one. The logos, I did just find those on, obviously, the logo vault. I did not make them. There's a great community out there making logos, guys. If you want to do your team like that, definitely go in and look to see what is out there. There's a lot of real talented creators out there that make those logos. So for any of y'all, if you see one, you know who did it. Just say thank you. These are great, and really appreciate everything that the community does to make these and get them built up. Our jerseys are not that crazy. Didn't want to do that this go around. Maybe in the next year as we do rebranding, we should. I do wish, though, that when creating a team, essentially, that they let you have at least 3 jerseys, right? So they only do home and away. But if you could have 3 jerseys, that would be just awesome and make things a little bit better. So looking at this game here, Dylan, I guess it's pronounced Cease. 8-12 record for the Blue Jays last season, becoming, just basically one out away from winning the World Series, or a couple outs away, taking it to Game 7, extra innings. So they're going to try to get back to where they are, but I'm not sure having an 8-12 pitcher is the way to do it. Looking at what he's got a decent stable of pitches. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, I'm not the most aggressive hitter right now. I'm got to get better feel for the at-bats, so I do like to let things go. Plus, if you know anything about the way baseball's done and MLB The Show and all that stuff, one little thing is you need to get to the bullpen. Right? The best way to do that is drive up pitch counts. And letting these guys throw their arm out is the best way to do it. Now, the challenge system was a new thing here in this season. I don't know if some people... Oh, God dang it, he snagged that one. That's great. The first at-bat of the season has a great defensive play there by the Blue Jays, and Rooker is going to ground out. But I don't know if y'all enjoy the challenge system or not. I actually do. You got to be tactful with how you use it, so I do kind of enjoy that. And Rooker just right there to get that one in. So Nick Kurtz will be second coming up. Our first baseman is going to stand in and watch that first pitch go by as a strike. And like I say, I do let some of these pitches go by. One, just unsureness of myself, having not played this game for a couple years. And two, just let him wear himself down. Second pitch is going to be down and away for a ball. They should challenge that. I wish they would challenge that one. He only threw it outside by about a foot. So now in a 1-1 count here in the top of the first inning, Kurt is going to ground it over to second, and they're going to snag that one up. Good timing on it. Weak contact. I hate that. That bothers me so much. So next up will be Tyler Soderstrom, our left fielder, followed by our center fielder, Lawrence Butler, then Jeff McNeil. We saw the lineup before we got into this game. So Soderstrom batted .276 last season with 25 home runs. Not bad, to say the least, for an outfielder. Did pretty good. So hopefully we can get a little repeat from him on that one. But a 94-mile-an-hour sinker just inside the black on the line. You can see there, that's an impressive throw. I'm glad we didn't swing at that one. Is going to make it 0-1. So the 0-1 pitch is going to be hit and grounded over to third, and that's going to be just a little too easy. 1-2-3 inning for the top of the first. That's not how you want to start your season, but it's how we have started our offensive part of the season. So we will deal with it. Now, great, we get to deal with George Springer, Vlad Guerrero Jr., VGJ, as I call him. So this is going to be fun. Springer batting .309 and 32 home runs last season. Severino, our starting pitcher, is going to throw in that first one. I do the metered one for pitching too. I think that's just an older version of how it's done. That's what I'm most comfortable with. Plus, if you screw up, you can leave some pitches hanging out over the middle. Trust me. And it can cost you. And I don't mind a screw up costing me whenever I screw up. But Springer fouls that one off, so it's going to be 1-1 here. As Severino comes home with it, working quick, and he hits that one on the outside with the sweeper. And that one actually missed way outside. Okay. 2-1 is the count. As that one comes in, and Springer just lets loose on it, just a little too late. And that's what I mean. That thing hung up there, even for a fastball. That was way too much over the zone. 2-2 pitch comes home, and we cannot paint the edge. Oh, man, I wanted that one. So now it's a full count, and that delivery's in, and it's going to be a grounder right up the middle. Thankfully, we had the shift on, fired over, and that's going to get him at first base. So, I mean, a decent little hit right there. I'll take it. Makes me feel better about my pitching and the way the team's going. I hated the fact I had to get to 6 pitches to do it. But, hey, we got there anyway. So, we're going to take care of our business. And we're going to move on to the next batter, which is going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2-9. I will say this. I did love watching his dad play. And, I mean, especially at bat. That dude never saw – he probably would have swung at that one. That dude, his dad never saw a pitch he didn't like, but what was impressive is he got hits. He hit them most of the time. I've seen him drop to his knees and hit a ball bouncing off the ground and damn near hit a home run if it didn't go over. So, gotta love that happening. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is just as good of a batter, if not even better, is what I would say, because he does seem to be a little bit more patient. And on the 1-2 delivery, fouls that one. Oh, just took out what probably could have been a small child or an old person as the ball goes bouncing around there in the stands. And the 1-2 delivery from Severino again is going to be on the edge, and that's the strikeout we needed. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes down looking. That is a backwards K, first of the season for Severino. Woo, that did him dirty right there. Did him dirty. So out number 2 here in the first inning. Trying to go 3 up, 3 down. Alejandro Kirk is going to come to the plate for the Blue Jays. First pitch in it. See, I should have oh, God, that was actually a little further outside. Or inside than I thought. But so second pitch is going to be in the zone for a 1-1 count. So here comes Severino with a 1-1 delivery. That's hit and fouled out. Down the left field line. So Severino's got a pretty good stable of pitches. The problem is some of them are a little bit more loose than others as he grounds over to that one, and that's an easy out. Easy 1-2-3. Both teams struggling at the plate to start the season. So now we're going to move up to the third inning, the bottom side, facing George Springer once again. Here, Severino has a man on first and second as we are in the bottom of the third of a 0-0 ball game. And Springer's going to pop out to the infield fly rule. Man, I watch him do that with Houston all the time. And I am an Astros fan. I'm very open about that. Do I think they cheated? Yes. Do I think it was that stupid trash can thing? No, I don't. It was something probably way different and semi-worse. I'm just saying they admitted to the trash can thing, no matter how ridiculous it does sound. And I say that because how many catchers complained about a damn trash can noise every time they called an off-speed pitch? Really? How many of them complained about it? But the batters are supposed to hear it, just no one else can? Come on, guys. Think about it. Use your brains here, fellas. But Vladimir Guerrero says trash can or not, he is struggling as the count is 2-1, and he fouls that one up behind the plate. Severino not backing away. Being careful, but definitely not backing down. Now on the 2-2, inside sinker coming in at 97 mile an hour. That is a lot of danged old velocity, to say the least. Now Severino 2-2 delivery is just outside on top of the zone. Full count, here it comes, and then fouled once more. Why not? 6, 7, 8 pitches. That's what it's taken against these guys. Severino comes home, swing and a miss. Strikeout again, but this time he did it swinging. Backwards K the first time, regular K the second time. Vladimir Guerrero goes down, killing some gnats. Severino strikes him out both times he's at the plate. Hell of a way to get this thing going. So now let's move up to the top of the fourth inning. We got one out here, and Jacob Wilson is at the plate. As he stands in and hits a liner right up the middle, that's going to get down and head to center field. Wilson is going to be on at first base with a nice hit, his first of the season. And that one is really going to help, maybe, hopefully, get a rally started here with one out. Those reactions, I don't know how they determine which team does what. So, all right, Zach Geloff is in. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game, but he takes one and goes against it early and drives it deep right center field. That one is going to get down off the wall. Heading to second and third, heading home now. He's coming to the plate, and he's going to walk across easily. Geloff with the RBI double to deep right center field off the wall. And you're talking about like 8-foot difference of where it hit versus a little bit further. That thing's a home run, and that's 2 runs in. So great job driving Wilson across the plate. That's going to be the first run of the season as we make things count for us. So now here comes Max Muncy to the plate, and he swings wildly. All right, we had 2 solid swings, followed by that thing by Muncy. Not what you want, but 0-1. It is what it is. The one delivery is going to be hit, grounded right up the middle. They scoop it and chunk it over to first. Muncy is going to be out on that one. But, hey, we do get our guy moved over to third base, and now he's only 90 feet away from home. Austin Wynns coming in. He did have a double earlier in this game, a very slow double, but he got one. He steps to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third. Here comes the pitch, and that's a no-doubt shot. Deep left field as Wynns watches that one go, and that's going to make this game a 3-run lead here for the Vegas. As Wynns just grabbed a hold of that one. You think it hit a little single or a blooper, you at least score one. Wynns said, no need, we will score both of us. As he drives that one to deep left. And that is a big-time shot here in the opening game as Wynns blasts that one. That was an impressive shot to left field. 396 feet. Just a beautiful hit overall. Now Brent Rooker is going to come in here, right fielder, 0 for 2 on the day. Comes in to face Cease at 57 pitches. So we try to get him to the 60 mark here before the end of the top of the 4th inning. So 1-0 is going to be the count here. Rooker stands in. The pitch comes home with it. Swing and a miss on that one. That's not the greatest swing. Slightly early. Our timing has been pretty decent so far today, but that one just slightly early. 1-1 count comes, and that's going to be fouled off. Okay, so sinker down. Fouled off. No bueno. No bueno. Good timing, though. That's what I like to see. It's one element you need of a good hit. 60 pitches for Dylan. As the 61st comes home, and a horrible pitch that bounces in the dirt. He's thrown off the bag, but he tags him. Ooh, I thought he was going to get on there. Rooker's got some speed, but Guerrero is able to touch him up first. But Austin Wynns does damage here. Driving home that one for the first home run of the season for the Vegas Gamblers. And, you know, the first runs of the year coming in on back-to-back, pretty much to back hits. From Wilson all the way through to Wynns. So now here we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. first up, as Severino is still in, looking to face his nemesis. And it's going to be a pop fly to right field as Rooker chases it down. And that's going to be a can of corn for the outfielder. And Vladimir Guerrero goes 0 for 3. God, you got to love hearing that. So now here comes Alejandro Kirk. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Ooh, a little inside there by Severino. Severino is getting a little tired. So we are going to go ahead and check in here at the bullpen. So we got some guys I want to look at using. Luis Morales, he is, we saw what he could do. They have him as a starting pitcher, but I said we were going to keep him in as a long-term reliever. And the way this game is shaping out, I'm going to need him for at least a couple innings. And if Severino does get into any more damage here or risk here in this inning, I'm going to need him sooner than that. So Severino gets a hit to the left side. Oh, just past the outstretched glove of Wilson. Oh, that hurts. That definitely does hurt. That's okay, though. That's okay. Man on first, 1 out. Dalton Varsho, the cleanup hitter, steps into the plate and lines that one over into the stands. Right there past the first base line. 1-1 deliveries a ball for a 1-1 count. So Severino steps up, checks it down, and throws it home, and that's going to swing and a miss. Varsho didn't know if this ball is coming or going, to say the least. 1-2 delivery. That's going to get him watching it. Add another K to the list. Severino just being dominant here in the opener on opening day for the season. Severino taking no Canadian prisoners here.
That's a ball.
As Severino fires that one in, it's going to be 1-0 as the ball goes outside and up. 1-0 delivery's hit. That's going to be lined over down left field line. That one falls in fair, bounces off the wall. Soderstrom fires that one in. And thank God their lead runner was slower than hell, because that's why he's sitting there at third base. Now we got a runner at second and third. Severino needing to try to make sure he closes this inning out. I want to give him a chance. It is a 3-run lead. Just don't want to give up a home run. Right? So he's going to step in. 0-0 count. Fires that one over. Swing and a miss on the sweeper there. Schneider for the Blue Jays has his hit list today. And that one he's going to ground over to Wilson, who fires it onto first. That's going to be the end of the inning. Severino, 6 innings pitched. No earned runs. That's how you want to start a season. He has given up 7 hits, though. Don't get me wrong. That's a higher number than you want to see. But I will take 7 hits, no runs any day by my starting pitcher. So now here to the top of the 7th. Rooker is going to step up to the plate here as the top of the batting lineup is coming. He hits that one right up the middle, and it's a dribbler that's going to get through. Rooker with his first hit of the season takes that one right up the gut, and that puts him on first. He's 90 feet closer now after that single and is sitting at first base. So Nick Kurtz is going to come to the plate. He's also hitless today, but he did have a walk earlier, so that's positive. First one comes, a hard line drive down right field line, almost. Just slightly early on that one. Waited another half second. That's in the stands, but at least it is a souvenir. 0-1 count, down low for ball. That's going to make it 1-1. Good pitch for that slider right there to go chase him. Now the 1-1 delivery. Tommy Nance is the pitcher for the Blue Jays. Now comes in and fires that one up and in. Kurtz kind of fell back a little further, I think, than needed, but God knows what I would have done if I saw that thing coming at me. And it's 2-1 now. Pitch comes home, and that's high and outside. How do you throw a slurve high and outside? I don't know, but he did it. Nance, he's an impressive guy. 3-1 is the count. Trying to get another walk is Kurtz. Comes home with it, and that one is inside, and ball 4. So now we may have something cooking, folks. We may have something cooking, to say the least. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, as our top of our lineup came. And so now Soderstrom, our left fielder, is coming to the plate. 0 for 3 on the day, looking for his first hit of the season. Nance delivers. It's going to be a deep blast to right field. Soderstrom sends him home as he's going to double up this lead with one swing of the bat. And that's going to make it go from 3-0 to 6-0. Tyler Soderstrom, one pitch was all that thing took to drive. I mean, that was great hitting. His first hit of the season is a blast. What a great start for Soderstrom. A second home run by the Las Vegas Gamblers makes this thing a 6-0 ball game. Toronto, they've got to get their offense going a little bit. If you're worried about the difficulty, which I will be probably adjusting once I get more used to it, this is on the all-star difficulty. I haven't touched the sliders yet. I'm waiting to see. I've seen some videos about sliders. I just want to see something a little bit more concrete, I guess. Now, Luis Morales has come in here for the Gamblers in relief for Severino, 6-0 lead. So he is going to be facing the bottom of the lineup here for the Blue Jays. Jesus Sanchez to start him. As he hits a high liner down the right field side, and that bounces off the wall. And that was going to be scooped up by Rooker. Fires that one in. Not really a close play at second, but Sanchez opens the 7th inning up with a double. So that's great to see. Thank you for that one. And a bang off the bat, man. Good Lord. So now the second batter, Ernie Clement. 1 for 2 on the day, and we're going to plunk him. Because why not? He's a little too close to the plate. Morales didn't like it. I didn't like it, so we plunked him. Now man on first and second as Andres Jimenez comes in and fouls off that first pitch. One hit can score easily just 1 run, if not 2. Now that one high and inside, but they do say it is in the zone, and it barely appears to be. 0-2 count, and the delivery, swing and a miss, and that's the first out that we were needing for sure. Here in this one, we were starting to get caught with our britches down, but apparently maybe it's just our fly was open. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th, and that one is going to be lined into right center field. It will get down. 1 runner, looks like 2 runners are going to score as we chase it down. Fire that thing in, and that's going to be a 2 RBI double by George Springer. And the fun part about that is Springer's on second, and here comes Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3 on the day, and he's probably a little miffed. Woo! Morales fires that one in there. 98 miles per hour. I guess he was not expecting that one. 0-1 count. Delivery. Oh, that had it. Yeah, challenge it. We are going to challenge that one. I want to see where it comes. Boom! It nicks the line. It just nicks the line. So that is a strike. 0-2 is the count. Uno mas to go. Pitch comes in. Boom, right there. We're challenging it again. Why not? Ride the high, fellas. Take the risk. Roll the dice. Put it all on 0-0. Boom! We got that corner. That's a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero goes down again. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, guys. One of the better hitters in the league. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts to start the season. Now, like I said, Luis Morales was a starting pitcher, but when we got the tell and all that, we had to move him down into our relief spot. And he's going to get Alejandro Kirk to ground to the left side, and boom, that ends the inning relatively quickly. George Springer, though, does put up 2 RBIs. It is a 6-2 ball game. And that can be kind of a hairy situation to be in, to say the least. So here we come up. Getting ready for the 9th inning, still 6-2. As we see the bottom of the lineup getting ready to come to the plate with George Springer in the mix. Ernie Clement steps in 1 for 2 on the day. He batted .277 with 9 home runs last season, as he's going to try to get a rally started here. Now, I'm going to check in the bullpen, at least get somebody going first, just in case I need them. Like I said, we have a 4-run buffer before I should have to worry about bringing any of these guys in, but I need to get them up and warming up just in case. So here comes the pitch by Morales. First, whoa, that was dangerous. I mean, I guess it's a little higher than normal, but right down the damn middle for a strike. Second one is just on the outside for a ball. Both fastballs. 1-1 is the count. So here comes the pitch. Fires that one in. It's going to be lined to left field, giving chase to it is Soderstrom, and he's got it. Soderstrom said, you got to swing the bat like me if you want to hit that ball over the fence, you idiot, Clement. And he didn't do that, so that's out number 1. Bottom of the 9th inning. We got 2 outs to go. 2 outs. We seal the deal. Game 1 of our season. First pitch comes in as a fastball and a strike. Beautiful pitch right there, by the way. 0-1 delivery. Ooh, that one got out of hand just a wee bit. Little high. 1-1 is the count. Fires that one in. It's going to be hit and popped over to Soderstrom in left field once again. And bloop, it's caught. Another can of corn here for these outfielders, and that makes their life a little bit easier. Now here comes George Springer, Mr. 2 RBI double. And really, I just don't want to face Vlad again, in all reality. So we need to do something about Springer here. First one is going to be in. Oh, man. Oh, it's actually way out of the zone. Thought it was closer than that. 1-0 is the count. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1 out away, folks, from finishing this game off. Swinging a check up. They're going to call it. I knew it. He's cheating bastard. Checking up, trying to avoid the strike. 1-2. One more strike, and we've got this one in the bag. Pitch comes in, and they're going to call it. Strikeout to Springer. Game 1. That's ours. Woo! That's what we needed to start this season out. Las Vegas gamblers coming through. I mean, pitching, Severino, fantastic. Luis Morales, great job coming out of the bullpen. He'll actually get the save because he did do 3 innings to finish off the game. 6-2 win. They did out-hit us, but we just hit the ball farther. So I'll take what I can get in that sense, right? I will definitely do that. There's a lot of good plays in here, and not every game obviously is going to go this way. Spring training was evident of that. But it should be a fun series as we get this thing going. And while we look at these highlights again, we did see some at the beginning of the episode. I do want to remind y'all to hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it already. And definitely give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed MLB The Show or baseball season. Let me know in the comments who your favorite team is or what other possible cheating theories you think the Astros could have done outside of the trash can banging stuff. Like I said, think about it, folks. Just think about it. And then hit that little bell icon to be notified of all the uploads we got here. Hopefully it is more regular. I have been out for about a month because helping my wife recover from shoulder surgery. So I'm hoping to get back into a little regular business as she gets back to work and all that fun stuff. So guys, I will see y'all in the next episode. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, everybody, stay safe. And well, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.